All right, here we are. We're back where we left off. I have my jelly beans out. And always when you're doing homework and when you're doing translations, you're doing something, you need to be comfortable, but not too comfortable. In a happy space, but not too happy space. Don't need to be too sad. You just got to just hold that stoic line, right? So I always have my jelly beans with me, and it's a 6 jelly bean or maybe a 7 jelly bean problem. We'll see. I go very slowly through jelly beans because you get sick really fast if you eat too many. Like Mr. Sauls can gob these things down. I take it one jelly bean at a time. Okay. And one jelly bean will take me to 2 or 3 lines. So how many jelly beans does it take to get through the whole Aeneid? I don't know. How many jelly beans does it take to get through this one section? 1 or 2. But it's always good to have a few extra jelly beans on hand. Okay. So we're here. You guys hopefully have looked at the lines above before you jump into the end here. And we have learned that Creusa has told Aeneas that his destiny lies somewhere else, that it was her fate to die, that she gets to stay on the shores of Troy. She doesn't get to be sold into slavery, nor does she have to see all of the wonderful places he gets to see. She gets to stay in her homeland forever. This is actually where most of her brothers and sisters are too. So I suppose she gets to stay with her family in that regards. The Romans were very superstitious again about death and ghosts, especially wandering ghosts. And I don't know what happened to Creusa's body, so I'm not actually sure how that ended up. But we're going to assume that she has a very happy, ghostly afterlife. Okay. If you look up here, you're going to notice that little end quote, which means that someone has just finished speaking. And because someone has just finished speaking, we need some sort of verbiage to tell us that someone had just finished speaking. I think we have seen Hike Deacons, we've seen Dixit, we've seen, I'm trying to think, there might be another one like Fata, like, was it Fata? I can't remember. But there is some way, usually in the beginning of the next line, to say, they're done talking. And remember, you have to have that there because the Romans didn't have punctuation. They didn't have periods, and they didn't have little end quotes telling you, hey, someone's done talking. So you had to come up with another way to do it. Here we have a hike ubi dicta dedit, and there's a comma. And I would just be like, okay, so that is our end quote. The dicta dedit giving us a really nice alliterative effect, going on that she, like, and it's almost like a finalized, she gave these words and that was it. There was no, no, hey, come back. No, just completely done. So the subject is still going to be Creusa. We haven't switched subjects. She was the one talking, so she's the one did it. Did it, again, from dodari dedidatus, meaning to give. That'll be one of your vocab words. You just need to know it. So would be she gave. Look at this. I found white Post-it notes. Maybe I'll take a vote and feel what your favorite color Post-it note too is. I kind of like the purple. White's okay. I've got some hot pink. We'll see. We'll work our way through. So she gave hike dicta. Well, I should have put the ubi in first, actually. The ubi kind of like wherever. So just throw in the when. When she gave hike, meaning these, dicta, meaning words. When she gave these words, comma. All right, and that again is the end quote. That tells us we're done. Dedit dicta. She had spoken. Okay, hike these things. And it really is like just pulling everything together. It's a bit long-winded for an end quote, but it is, saying that she's done. She's going on. It's final. There is no turning back. There's no rewinding this clock. Aeneas has to move forward. Creusa has to stay behind. Now, here's the thing. She's the subject here. So the lacrimantem et volentem can't be her. She's in the nominative. I think I did this for you guys last time. Remember, if the subject isn't specified in the line, it's actually in the verb. And you could put a little blue box around that T if that helps you visualize it. So she's the one doing. So the one lacrimantem et volentem can't be her. That's got to be the person she's talking to. That has got to be Aeneas. All right, so something, lacrimantem, maybe you guys remember lacrimans, the crying that Cornelia and Flavia do when Cornelia has to leave in chapter 9. Volentem comes from volo, meaning to want. All right, and as these are present participles, crying and volentem, wanting many things. But we still don't have a verb here. We have to go down here. Deseruit. Well, this gets a little confusing because the Deseret and the Rekeset are all in the third person singular. And we don't, I mean, the subject's still the same. It's still Rekreusa. So what does she do? When she had spoken these things, or when she had given these words, okay, Deseret, you pick up this next one, she deserted or she left behind. And here is the sort of implied may. It's not there, but it's understood because the only one that could be crying and wanting many things is Aeneas. And so the Romans didn't have to put it in, it was understood. She left me crying. I mean, I guess we said she left me, we almost have to, I guess in English we do have to have the may there, but the Romans didn't because of the accusative case, so it's kind of cool. All right, she gave these words. All right, when she had given these words, comma, she departed. Okay, she departed, she departed me. She left me. Okay. Lacrimentum. I would actually go here first. So I would do deseruit and then the lacrimentum. And you guys are like, well, how do you know what that's what to do? Well, the que acts as a roadblock. So I know that from the deseruit to the lacrimam, those words are going to go together. I look at this et and the dicere, and the dicere means to say, and I'm like, okay, let me play with this. She left me. What am I doing? I'm crying. She departed me crying. And what else? And will lent him and wishing. Now here's the thing. Wishing can take an infinitive. Wishing, I'm wishing many happy things. I'm wishing to do something. And that's what's happening here. She left me wishing, dicere, to say multa, many things. Crying and wishing to say many things. Okay. So that's what she gave when she'd given these words. When she gave these words, she deserted me, crying. Okay. And the lacrimam is modifying this implied may. Okay. They're both accusative. Crying and volentem, wishing. Remember, et has to connect two things that are exactly the same. And in this case, it's the lacrimantem and the volentem. So you're going to translate those two things together, crying and wishing. And then it just makes sense. You could say wishing many things to say. Oh, wait, wishing to say many things. Okay, so that's how that goes together. Then we have this et, or this que. Okay, que means and. Okay, so and. Sorry, let me get another post-it. And. All right, notice there's a period here. We talked about that before, which means that these three words are going to go together. And she recrescent, she fell back into, or you get recede, and she glided back. She's a ghost. I don't know, go glided. Is that how you spell glided? And she glided back into the tenuis aris. This is such a common Latin phrase. It means thin airs. And I don't know, they're actually talking about thin airs, like soft breezes, maybe. That somehow she is just like smoke. Okay, she's just drifting off into thin airs. Okay, and it again, thin airs, not like thin like we know it, but like scarce, translucent, I don't know, ghostly. Okay, whatever you get there. All right, now what's his response to that? So that's her. That's her, and she's done, and she's gliding back. And now we have the conatus ter. Conatus coming from the wonderful deponent verb conor, meaning to try. Conor, conare, conatus sum. And this is a present active participle. Romans loved participles. So let me get another one. Okay, ter just means 3 times. 3 times. All right, conatus, that's in US. Well, that's masculine singular. What's the masculine singular thing that we're talking about? So it's Aeneas. I think we could even say here, 3 times I tried. Tried what? What do you expect? I tried to do something, right? That you expected to do something. And boom, look, there's your little present infinitive. I tried dodare to give. I tried to give. Now, Again, what do you expect after that? 3 times I tried to give, well, you need a direct object, right? I tried to give what? Brachia. Brachia means arms. It technically means upper arms, but I think we can just say arms. And it's, of course, understood my arms. He's not giving her someone else's arms. That would be weird. I tried to give my arms kirkum kolo, around the neck. What's he trying to do around her neck? He's trying to embrace her. He's trying to hug her. Okay, this is not unusual either for ghost stories. You look at Orpheus and Eurydice, and oh God, I'm trying to think of the other ghost story, and it's blanking. But it's almost always the woman who's dead, and her ghostly figure is slipping away, and the man is reaching out and trying to grab her. And Ovid uses almost exactly the same phrase, "Tenewasaras requesset," is when Eurydice drifts back. Of course, Ovid is, directly borrowing from Vergil and paying homage to Vergil. Vergil probably got this from Homer. There was probably some Greek equivalent, but it is very common to say that they drift into thin airs. Thin here meaning insubstantial. That's it. That's a good one. Into insubstantial airs. All right, so those were the 3 lines. Again, I'm trying to give you guys lots of feedback, lots of detail, trying to walk you really slowly through this so that you can pick up on it. It's a little mini lesson. Let me know how it went. I'm going to send out a Google form when I post this. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.